In the book This Is How You Heal by Brianna West, one of the many clauses that has stuck with me ever since reading that book was that the sheer impact of you becoming the person you know you were meant to be will have a ripple effect on everyone and everything around you. And when you're strong enough to look at what's wrong with you, why you are the way you are, why you keep on repeating the same mistakes, why you keep on living the same kind of life that you've lived, when you feel strong enough to look at what's wrong, you begin to unearth your soul. I am Rhoda and welcome to Miss on a Mission. If you are new here, you are most welcome. Please consider subscribing. Let's talk about why we keep on quitting, because I have come to realize I have that problem. Why we keep on quitting, even though we know that the very thing that we keep on abandoning is the thing that is going to lead us to an improved and better life that we are yearning for. It's been a minute and I have been in a retrospective moment. I have been analyzing my behavior. And of course, once you go to that moment, you cannot leave empty-handed. So I came up with realizations and conclusions to my problem. I hope it's going to help you realize what is the problem with your quitting habit. The thing is this, when you have a vision, you set your goal, you have a vision, you have a mission, and you are so ready to go all in. We all know that in the first few days, you are excited, you are pumped, you are gassed up, and you're ready to tackle this thing, you're ready to beat this thing and get to the end goal that is going to make you achieve that thing and also live the life that you want. You're motivated, you're driven, you are happy and excited, and you're all gassed up. That is in the first few days. And then just a little bit after you are at the middle of your goal, something else comes up. A new vision comes to you. You have a new goal and a new dream. And what happens? Automatically, you are going to find yourself abandoning this very first goal that you had because it is now getting harder. You realize that it is not as simple as you thought. And so you end up quitting it midway and you hop straight onto the new one, only for that habit to continue, and it becomes an endless cycle that you are in. And you end up beating up yourself. You think you are the worst person. You start doubting yourself. It messes up with your self-esteem. Your self-confidence is under the rocks, and your life becomes a story that you cannot really share with anyone because you don't even know what is happening and why it's happening. That's why I'm here making this video. We are going to find a solution together. I must say this, and it's not once, it's not twice. I think I've mentioned this in this channel. I have this problem of quitting. And it's not only in my area of content creation, even in other things in life. Sometimes I am able to keep up with tasks and goals because I am obligated, because I am needed to do that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be around. And because we don't want to keep on being in this same cycle, let's get straight into the solutions. But before that, why do we do it? So this is the first reason that I realized with myself. It's because midway it feels harder, and because I am multi-skilled and multi-talented, something else hits my head and I think, well, let me hop onto this and then we're gonna figure it out. Something that never ends, because in midway of this new one, it happens again and the cycle keeps on repeating itself. So what is the solution to this first realization? Stop feeding any distraction. Let's say your financial goal for this year was to have 100K stacked up in your emergency fund. And you're looking at the year and it's almost ending. It's 2-3 months away into its ending, and you're not even closer to a quarter or to even half of that amount. So you have a clear plan and you have systems set aside, put in place for you to achieve that goal by the end of the year. You have 12 good months to achieve that financial goal. And what do? Instead of you being distracted by the intrusive thoughts and every other thing that comes, the questions that come to you, you start doubting yourself. You're questioning yourself. You're thinking, will I be able to make it to that amount by the end of the year? What if something happens and I'm not able to save even 1,000 bob? What if I lose my job? Instead of you giving your attention and all your energy to all those distractions, because you're feeding those kind of distractions. And the more you think time is running, first month is here, and you're thinking, I don't think this money is going to be enough for me to set aside a certain amount so that I could start my financial journey for the year. And what do? You eat all the money and the first month is gone with zero cash in your emergency fund. Second month, it gets worse, and that continues until it's the 12th month. Instead of you feeding these distractions, I want you to have a higher value of your vision. I want you to keep your vision's value higher than any distraction or any pleasurable experience that is normal to us. And normal in this case, I mean, you have this goal because you want to have a certain amount. You want to have your 100K stacked up by the end of the year. But then in the middle of the year, a friend comes from wherever, they have this idea of treating themselves to a staycation. And you decide, well, because of your people-pleasing trait, the year is too long to end. How about I just join my friend, enjoy my life, and then on the second, third month, I'm going to save twice as much so that I can make up for this month that I didn't save anything. That is a pleasure that you could have denied yourself because you know the price that you're looking forward to. Because I'm assuming by the time you're making such a decision, you are working with a budget. That's why I said you have systems and a clear plan how you're going to achieve that amount. So you're feeding those kind of distractions. It's about you having a boundary. It's about you telling your friend, nope, I have a financial goal and this was not on my budget. How about we either reschedule this, we plan for it better, or you could go and then we can do this some other time together. It's you denying completely to feed your distractions and focus on the goal. What is the value of the goal that you have? What is the value of the vision that you have for your goals? That is what is going to enable you to not quit on your goals. The next realization, and it perfectly describes my issue. And I know I'm exposing myself right now, but I cannot talk of what I haven't experienced. I cannot talk about research, not in this case. I look far too ahead. I have this goal. For instance, again, I'm going to use the previous example of financial goal that I just used. I want my emergency fund to be stacked up with 100K by the end of the year. And I am looking at myself having that 100,000 in my account. And it's a goal. I'm excited. I'm ready to achieve this goal. And by the end of the year, I'm so ready to seeing that reality manifest. And what does this do? It apparently leaves me stuck and overwhelmed because it's a very high standard. Is my goal a realistic goal? Maybe I'm earning, let's say, 5,000. Is that realistic that in 12 months, I'm going to have 100,000? Is that realistic? The standards are up here. But when you do the math between the goal that I want to achieve and my plan, what is going to make me achieve this goal does not make sense. And so I am straining myself. I'm overwhelmed because now I want to please myself. By the end of the year, I want to please myself. I made it to 100,000 and now I'm stuck and I'm overwhelmed and I cannot achieve it because it's unrealistic. So how am I going to make sure I don't feel stuck and I'm not overwhelmed, but I am still working towards that goal and achieving it month by month? Instead of me giving myself the pressure to want to see that money add up as time goes by, I'm going to think I have 12 months to make this happen. But then I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to save even up to the third month. That is also being honest with yourself. Because again, you can't lie to yourself. But again, I'm so excited about this goal. So looking at the entire thing wholly, it is going to frustrate me, overwhelm me, and guess what that is preparing me for? I am bound to quit. Because I'm going to think, is 12 months, and again, we like to, I don't know about you, but for me, I like to set goals that are big, that are scary. It's like I want to prove to myself that, look at that, you're the one who achieved it. So there's nothing that you cannot do. You are a master. It's like I want to prove to myself that I have the capability. I'm not limited to anything. That is me. That's what I like doing. But doing that stirs you up for failure, and it stirs you up for quitting midway. I look at that and I compare my income. At some point, trust you me, I'm bound to quit. So what is the solution so that I achieve my goal without pressure? I live my life, I enjoy my daily life, I live a normal life without the frustration, the overwhelm of a goal I'm supposed to have achieved by the end of the year. Taking the entire full picture out of the equation. And here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to ask myself instead, what is within my reach? What can I afford to save without frustrations? Do I get my income monthly? Do I get my income weekly or daily? Then I'm going to only work within now. If I get my income monthly, I'm only going to work with the first month. Let's tackle the first month and we're going to figure the second month out when it comes. But for now, let's only do the first month. That is January. I earn 5,000. What caters for my comfortable life? It's 4,000. Then only 1,000 goes into that emergency account. It is accepting your fate for now and working with it without frustrating and overwhelming yourself. Because the minute you're frustrated and overwhelmed, that's why you're going to get anxiety. That's why you're going to get depression. That's why you're going to get so many other problems that now are going to lead you to stopping your life. Because if you get sick, you're not going to be able to work and get that little amount, be able to work towards your goal. So instead of looking at the whole picture, I'm going to choose a month at a time. So it's January. I'm going to work with that. Tomorrow, we don't know about it. The only thing I'm sure of is now. It's today. At the end of the month of January, my 1,000 goes to the emergency fund. That's the only month I give my focus to. Whether I make it to the 3rd or to the 7th month doesn't matter. It is not my business because that is not in my control. How sure am I I'm going to make it by the 7th month? And I'm a Christian, I know, but people are going to tell me, oh, but you're a Christian. How would you say something like that? Is it that you don't hope? You don't have hope? You don't have faith? It's not literally, but I'm saying, how sure am I by the 3rd month I'm still gonna have that job? And all that, losing the job, maybe not making it to the 3rd month, all that aside, what might happen between the 1st month and the 3rd month that is going to make me still be able to save that month? Nobody knows. That's why I'm telling you, I am choosing to concentrate on the now, on what is in my control, on what I know of, I'm so sure about, which is now. What is right in front of me. So you learn to move slowly because you got an entire year ahead of you. If I don't accomplish that goal because of some reasons this year, I got an entire life ahead of me. I got an entire next year ahead of me. Let's say you are in campus and the last semester is here and you've paid, you're doing your exams and that's all you got. But you have like 2-3 years more remaining and you don't know where your school fees is going to come from. You don't know how you're going to lead your life because it's not promising. It's not hopeful. I want you to affirm. I want you to say this out loud to yourself. All you're going to need to know about is now. And now is catered for because school fees paid. Exams done. It's the only thing you need to focus on. You got 3 other good years. 3 whole years ahead of you. They're gonna take care of themselves when they are here. You only need to focus on the now. So I'm stressing on this because it is one thing for me I didn't realize. I've heard people say,
focus on what is in control. Whatever is not in control, let go of it because nobody knows about the next minute. We don't know about the future.
And I thought, this is some BS cliche. I mean, what are you talking about? I gotta know. I gotta have a 5-year plan. And I need to achieve that because that is my timeline. Until now. That's when I'm realizing with experience and with total understanding that truly the only thing that matters is the now. Because that is the only time you have control of. Same thing, you embarking on a journey of healthy living and you have an entire 1 month meal prep plan and you're already stressing about how you're gonna achieve that. Is it gonna be possible? How are you gonna make it happen? So how about you focus on today's meal? I don't know about tomorrow, honestly, guys, but today I managed to get myself to a grocery shop and I got some healthy foods. I prepped them and my plate is here. I managed to do this for the first day. My meal is here, a healthy meal. All I got is today, is now, and it's done. Tomorrow, I'm not even sure I will manage to do it. But today, right now, I'm so sure of it. Same with workouts. I need to get my body snatched by the end of this month. And it's the starting of the month. And you go all in, hard on yourself. 30 minutes, heavy workouts, strenuous workouts. I promise you, you're gonna do it the first day, the second day, the third day, you're gonna quit. Because 1, you're straining your body. 2, the momentum is gone. 3, it is harder than you thought. And now you don't know how to do it. And all you're gonna do is quit. And you're gonna think, I'm such a bum because I couldn't pull myself through this. I can't even get myself to a snatched body. I can do that. Instead, how about you focus on, I have 30 minutes of workout, but how about I focus on the first 5? How about I focus on the first 10? It's all I gotta do. Tomorrow, show up again, 5 minutes. If it's about drinking water, you're trying to get yourself to be drinking the right amount of water. How about you start with a glass of water instead of a whole gallon? Start with a glass of water. Start with 2 sips every 1 hour. Just do that. And you know what? Focusing on what you can control, being present, being in the now and experiencing it with your whole soul, your whole being. Do you know what that does? Forget about the reprogramming that it does to your subconscious mind. In real time, this is what it does. It motivates you and arouses a sense of accomplishment. You're going to feel successful. I made the first 2 sips for 3 good hours consecutively. Oh my goodness. Brilliant. I'm successful. I made this. I am achieving my goal. I'm living my dream. You're going to be able to do it for the next 5 to 10 hours because you're motivated. And tomorrow, trust you me, you're going to have it in you to do it all over again. Only for you to do this consistently and voila, a habit is here. We have a new habit. Congratulations. And you are now becoming your best version. It is going to teach you how to be in the present moment. I'm not alone. Most of the times, and I say this with all the confidence in me, we switch on the TV and we try to lie to ourselves that we're going to be enjoying our meals as we catch up with that series, only for you to realize that you're on your phone, the telly is just doing its thing, you're not even following up, your food is cold, and you're not here. And if you are disciplined enough, just enough, to follow up that telly show, you won't make it to the 3rd episode. You're not even concentrating. You're watching it, but you're thinking, I can't wait for it to end so that I can iron my clothes. I can't wait for it to end so that I can get on my TikTok. I don't know if it's the social media. I really don't know what's happening. But suddenly, in this generation, people are not living in the moment, immersing yourself in the moment, right in the moment, staying in it and absorbing it, feeling it, experiencing it, and living it to the fullest because it's the only time you are sure of. I love Brianna West. In one of her many books, I think it's the masterpiece, This Is How You Heal, she says, make your to-do list divide it into two, cut it into two, break it into two, and then break it again into two, and then break it again into two. And once you do that, concentrate on one of the many halves. Concentrate on the first two activities on your to-do list. Once you're done with that, take your break, go on to the next half. And it's the same thing. Simplifying your goals makes you become focused on what you are doing. And after you do that, you feel successful, you are motivated, you are excited, you hop on to the next thing. The more you condense the space where your focus is, execution automatically improves. You won't find yourself draining your energy on the things that you're not doing or the things that you could be doing, because those things are in the future. If I'm not concentrating on the 11 months that I have to achieve my financial goal, then that energy, that focus comes back to the first month. And what that does, I'm going to be productive because the focus is solely on that 1 month, and I'm going to deliver. I'm going to execute every single thing with excitement and zeal and everything in me, and I'm going to definitely execute perfectly. I will be able to do more and do it even better. And by the time I'm saying we are done with this task, believe it or not, I will be feeling more accomplished, because I am. It's not easy building a new habit. Maybe it's the quitting itself. You want to quitting. I don't know. I know that's rhyming, but yes, you want to quit quitting. It's not easy disconnecting yourself from that habit that you've known maybe your entire life. It's not easy. So focusing on the first day, focusing on the first 30 minutes, it's all that matters. And once you're done with that, you are definitely going to feel accomplished. And let no one lie to you, because you are. And also you're going to be more present because you condensed the time of thinking and focus to this one singular activity instead of the whole journey. If you are a marathon runner, you're not going to care about the first lap. You are going to care about the first step. That's all you gotta do. And once you're done with that, accomplishment done, and it fits in right. Let's talk about people like me, creators like me. This whole entire introspective moment really got me opening my eyes. I am understanding that I don't have to batch produce content. I don't have to do 5 videos in one single session. I don't have to do it. I don't have to batch produce content, edit it, and schedule it for posting. I don't have to do that. All I gotta do is film for that single day. I don't even have to edit it, just filming it. Do I have a content for tomorrow? Filmed? Perfect. Once I am done with that, I'm gonna take a break, of course. Then I come in because now I feel motivated. I managed to produce that content. I take a break and then I come back to edit and I schedule it. Work done. Tomorrow is gonna take care of itself. When it comes, I am motivated. I do the same. Film me one single video is all I gotta do. And I'm also learning that it's okay to learn to fit my activities, my goals into my timing, and also adjusting. We have this one flight that keeps on, I don't know where it's coming from, and it's at night. I really cannot tell. Around my nose. Ew. I can't even remember what I was saying. I'm learning that I can adjust to my own pace. I can adjust to my own timing for as long as I get whatever needs to be done, and still accomplish my set milestones. I've realized that all of a sudden I have momentum and I'm more present, something that I had disconnected from for a while now. My life has been disrupted for a couple of months now, but this entire thing, me time and trying to understand why I keep on quitting, it's funny how the fly comes when I'm talking, but when I just pause, it disappears. Weird. Do we have a visitor? Anywho, So I'm realizing that all of a sudden I'm more present and I don't have so much pressure. I don't have to worry about the next hour. I don't have to worry about the next 30 minutes. All I gotta worry about is now. Do I have now in control? Am I able to cater for now? That's all I gotta need. And it's giving me a lot of peace and calmness. It has taken a lot of pressure over my shoulders because I don't know who told me from a young age that I needed to be on the move. If I'm not doing something, then I'm not productive and I'm not successful. I'm not something if I'm not on the move and doing something. And all that does, it just gives me a lot of burden. And from someone like me who we like to burden ourselves because again of the traumas that we got from our tiny age, and we were required to be successful, otherwise we don't want to associate with you, then you can imagine what that does to me in this fast-paced world that we are in today. I'm way more present and I get a sense of accomplishment, and I'm like, whew, this one was an easy task, more than I expected, more than I imagined. And I am feeling all of a sudden, oh, I truly love creating content. Of course I do, but now you can feel it in my bones. I love creating content. I love working on my financial security. I love taking care of my body by eating healthy, by working out, by living a healthy lifestyle. I love ABCD. And I can still post videos that are of quality without pressuring myself to batch produce, batch schedule, and all that, which leads to burnout and overwhelm. And if you didn't get anything out of this video, I want you to remember this one thing. Take one step at a time. The step that you are about to make, not the entire journey. The step that is right in front of you. I want you to take every single day at a time. A step at a time, a day at a time, an hour at a time. Focus on the step that is right in front of you instead of the whole journey. That's it for today, guys. Until the next video, guys, make sure you subscribe if you've not subscribed so that you can become part of this community. Give me your comment, share with me your quitting stories. And don't forget to go out, be the best versions of yourselves that you've always wanted to be. And until the next one, I'll see you then.